Star Wars fans, what if Anakin Skywalker never left Mortis in the Clone Wars? And is this the real reason that he is considered the Chosen One? What's up, guys? It's Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars here. Today we're talking about Anakin Skywalker, why he's called the Chosen One, and what if he stayed on Mortis. So for those of you who aren't familiar, the animated show The Clone Wars that went for 7 seasons had this arc called Mortis. And this is many fans' favorite arc throughout the Clone Wars because it's when Anakin, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan get teleported to this world called Mortis. Right away, the three of them figure out that they're in something way bigger than anything else they've been a part of, and they get introduced to 3 characters, and we know them as the Son, the Father, and the Daughter. The Son being the living embodiment of the dark side, the Daughter being the living embodiment of the light side, and the Father being the balance in between. Now, I won't go into too much detail, but essentially, the Father dies, and Anakin, the Chosen One, is supposed to take the place of the Father, being the balance between the light side and the dark. Meaning the prophecy about Anakin Skywalker making him the Chosen One, well, what was he chosen for? A lot of people now believe that Anakin was chosen to take the role of the Father and be the balance between the light and the dark, in the living embodiment of the Father. But Anakin was forced into a very tough decision. Come live on this planet for the rest of time, being the balance between the light and the dark, or leaving with his friends and going back to the life he knew. Also on Mortis, he was shown by the Son glimpses of his future, him becoming Darth Vader, all the terrible things that he would do in the future, but the Son told him the future can be changed. Now today's What If is covering what if Anakin never left Mortis? What if he took up the role of the Father and became the living embodiment of the balance between the light and the dark? Now this would make Star Wars a completely different story. Of course, how would the saga play out after this? Well, it wouldn't play out without the Chosen One himself, without Anakin falling to the dark side, becoming Palpatine's apprentice, and being Vader for the next 22 years, and then his son Luke Skywalker coming to him, being the catalyst to bring him back to the light and defeating Palpatine.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
So if Anakin chose to stay on Mortis, then all of Palpatine's plans would have failed. Because without Darth Vader, without Anakin Skywalker there at his side, the Empire would never rise. Also, there would be no Luke or Leia. The Skywalker line would end. Meaning a lot of the main characters from the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and even the sequel trilogy in Anakin, Luke, Leia, Ben Solo, and yes, even Rey Skywalker. Oh, wait a minute, sorry, not that last one. But all these other characters would not exist because Anakin would be on Mortis, being the living embodiment of the balance between the light and dark. Some other fans believe that Anakin Skywalker is the Chosen One, the balance between the light and the dark, because the first 22 years of his life, he is Anakin Skywalker. Even as a kid, he is the light side. And then the second half of his life, for 22 years, he is Darth Vader on the dark side. He only lived 44 years, half of them on the light and half of them on the dark. Coincidence? I think not. However you believe Anakin Skywalker is the Chosen One, if he stayed on Mortis, the entire Skywalker saga would not exist. I mean, it is called the Skywalker saga for a reason, because it starts and ends with Skywalkers. Except for this one. But even the sequel trilogy is about the Skywalkers, with Luke and Leia still being around, and of course Ben Solo. But what do you think would happen if Anakin Skywalker took the role of the Father and the balance between the light and the dark on Mortis? How do you think the rest of the saga would play out without the Chosen One in it? Do you think Palpatine's plans would still fail? Tell me in the comments below. Smash like if you like this video, hit subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video, and my pretty face will show up in the recommended feed of yours. If you want more What If videos like this, or videos about breakdowns, leaks, and rumors, stick around this channel. We also go live every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so don't miss out on any of the fun by hitting that subscribe, and may the Force be with you always.